In the last video I uploaded, well, technically it's the video with the Jeep that I just ended now, but in the first video I uploaded coming back to making videos, really, a lot of you were like, oh, I'd like to see what kind of goes on at the shop. So I'm going to take about 2.5 minutes to kind of show you the shop, give you the rundown, and yeah. Water hose, we used a old Jeep wheel off my Jeep to hold it up. That looks pretty sick. We just picked this up off my buddy Dave, really. It's like an old Home Depot ladder. It's kind of nice. Obviously, we do need a railing over here at some point as well if we want to make this kind of usable up here. But we just picked up that ladder, so we're working on that. But from up here, it's pretty cool. You got, obviously, you guys can kind of get the whole picture right now. Not to mention, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 vehicles parked in here. We have a lift that'll actually be in service, I think, today. Powder coating oven, powder coat booth. We have storage. We have this, and plus we have an entire TRX suspension laid out right there. There's so much space in here for what we're doing. It's absolutely nuts. Everything is concrete anchored to the ground, which is great. It took a lot of work for this. This is like I drilled all these holes, bolted them down, bolted the tire machines down. Got a fridge here. Here's the tire machines and all that stuff. Got these bolted down concrete anchors. Obviously, you guys can see here too. Tire machine, not really going anywhere. Right here, we lit everything up down this row with the LED lights. Honestly, definitely helps a ton. These are the cylinders. We actually had them rebuilt. Kind of took a minute, but we had them rebuilt because we bought this lift off of a buddy. Moving into this place, let me just say, it costed more money than you can think. Truly. So coming into here, honestly, cheap lift right there. After the first of the year, we're gonna get a probably 12K bend pack, put it over there, but that thing's like $9,000, and that's a decent chunk of money. We just bolted this up yesterday. This is my favorite purchase of all time. This is my spring compressor, and literally at that yard sale. But at the end, I literally reached in my pocket, had a wad of $32. I think they wanted $50 for this. I was like, I need this. But everything on this TRX you see here, well, obviously not the strut itself, rotors, skid plates, cross member there, all these springs, the springs off the struts, lower control arms. We got these ball joints pressed out, these ball joints pressed out. Ethan got the these back guys pressed out, the knuckles, upper control arms, got those all pressed out, track bar, these pressed out, those pressed out. It's a lot of work, but this TRX is going to look crazy because literally everything underneath except the axle is going to be powder coated. You come over here, look at the size of this cold air intake from AFE Power. It's going on this TRX. You'll be able to finally hear that supercharger whine too. I'll hit this real quick while we're over here. This is an 86, I believe, 86K 20. We're putting a painless wiring harness eventually. Customer wants to go through and fully restore this thing, so that'll be pretty slick. But step one here is a painless wiring harness. We're rewiring the entire truck front to back. To start and kill the truck, you need this switch. So pretty much everything in here is going to get rewired, which is amazing. Here's a project for me, guys. Obviously, you guys can see what's going on. I bought this on Marketplace. It's a Skag. Oh, yeah. Got compression, the whole 9. No issue there. Just needs put back together. The carb or something needs rebuilt, which is really no issue here. Instead of just putting it back together, I'm going to tear this thing all the way down. Literally, I'm going to frame off this lawnmower, and I'm going to powder coat it. Well, I'm going to powder coat it as close as I can to Skag orange. And everything that's chrome, I will probably end up powder coating black as well. But it's a Hydro 52 Advantage. I wish it was a Velocity, but it's not. But yeah, we'll get to that. This has already taken longer than expected, but like there's so much. Here's our powder coating oven. We have that there. Here's the little powder coating room we have. Here's the rear end to my first gen Ram. We want the limo done so we can take it to Shania Twain and other concerts, and we want the first gens done so we can drive them all the first gen, my buddy Square Body. see what we could do on Ashley's XJ, but we want to get everything kind of, all the retro stuff driving next summer. So that's kind of our goals this winter, amongst all the other stuff we have to do. We're gonna get this finished up. We're gonna see if this carb can handle it. I think there's a cam in it, but everything's new manifolds. We got to get the exhaust all bolted up, done all that. But this thing's gonna be nuts. New radiator here. But that leads us to this guy right here, this Bronco. As you can see, look at how long it's sat. You guys, in the last video we worked on it, it was fresh, but look at how long this Bronco's truly sat back here. Today I'm gonna make some time here to get this hardtop off this Bronco, and we will get the rear fenders put on. Well, not really kind of the fenders, but also the rear quarters. It's all in one. But once those fenders are on, this thing's kind of ready for paint, so I need to put it on and then just disassemble it more. But like I said, guys, I literally have the wheels are up there on the shelf for this thing. The lift is over there on the shelf for that thing. The 7-inch Beltec needs to go on this guy, but I need this thing painted beforehand. Also, the interior is completely torn apart since I try to get the big radio to fit. Frankly, I don't care if the big radio fits. This screen is definitely a good size. So not at all concerned with that. What I'm mostly concerned with is the fact that the speakers in here suck. So we're gonna update these speakers up here, and to kind of do this and make it easy to run the wires down and through, having the dash off does help. So we're gonna do this up here. There's a woofer kind of down there, and then there's 2 speakers over there in the back roll bar. So we're going to do the audio system in here. I do want to do custom leather. This gray plastic in here needs to go because the color I'm painting this, I actually have it over there on the shelf. The color I'm painting this, that gray, it's got to go. So we're going to start digging at this because I can pick at this little by little. The hardest, literally the thing that's going to take the longest is putting this body kit on. And this thing should be done relatively, I don't want to say relatively quickly, but definitely a lot faster than you would imagine. All right, well, there you have the whole entire, I guess, fiberglass body kit is now on the Bronco. I didn't really tighten these down in here or any of that. I just tightened this down to put the top back down, because all this stuff is gonna have to come off once again. I'm gonna, like I said, we're painting this entire thing. I'm gonna change the color from white, obviously, but hardtop's getting painted, everything's getting painted. I do need to take, like I said, everything off again. I'm gonna figure out what I'm gonna do with these headlights. I'm gonna take all these off, get everything sanded, prepped, just everything done to this. This crack here as well, that came from shipping. I gotta fix that up. Now there are a couple more pieces that we are missing here. These guys right here, these are the extra pieces that come. These are the extra pieces that come down here. I think this is for the other side, yeah, but these are the other pieces that come right here and kind of complete the whole Bronco. But this, we need to modify the plastic piece that kind of goes back here, because this is going to bolt to this. You get like a little insert. That's how they did it, at least. But then this will mount here and kind of complete the whole fender look. If you want me to be honest, I'm just tired of looking at this thing like this, because I'm not getting the full effect, obviously, without the grill on, and the, you know, everything's just the fiberglass and white primer and just white door. Everything's mismatched. I'm getting tired of looking at it like this. I think I picked a color. Again, I think I did, but I don't truly know, because it's really a hard decision to make. I've changed the color on this thing like 4, 5, 8, 10, 12 times. Like, it's been a non-stop process in my head of what color to paint this. I want it to be clean. I want it to be retro. I want it to be classy. I also want it to stand out. It's a very difficult process in my head. I truly want it to be something different, so just figuring out the color, because I think I did, and if I just go with it, this thing should be painted here soon. Honestly, that's what we're going for. I do need to put the fiberglass fender liners in here, but like I said, because everything's coming back off, I just want to make sure that these pieces fit, the big pieces, and the body lines look good. This up here still needs some more adjustment, but I just want to make sure this was all good before I painted it and had to modify anything or sand anything or cut anything, you know, after the fact. So now that everything's on, this thing looks good. It looks great, and can't wait to get it painted. But that's literally the next step, is paint this entire thing, because we're not keeping it white. So yeah, I guess it's actually finally, after all this time, like a year of having this thing, it's time to get this thing painted. It's got 1,600 miles on it, and we're changing the color, which is I can't wait. I really can't. Because of the cold over the last few days, I actually pulled this inside, but we actually got something here for it. I did order a cat filter for this kit, because this is the one it came with, but I ordered like a cat coolant filter. But here's a coolant filtration kit. We're gonna throw this on the 7.3 while we're at it. I'm pretty much doing this because the thermostat in here is stuck open, so this thing never like warms up. So the thermostat's stuck open, so I got a new thermostat, the new housing, all that stuff. So I'm gonna put that in, but to put it in, you gotta drain the coolant. And if I'm gonna drain the coolant with the mileage on it, I might as well drain all the coolant and like flush the system. And in doing that, I might as well throw a filter on it, putting this thing back together. It's only like $100 some, so it's, I'm not, like I said, in the process, I might as well do that while I'm in there, and literally there's no coolant in the thing. So we're gonna be doing that soon as well. I might pick out a few other things on this this winter, you know, H-pop or something, I don't know. But yeah, that's why that's in there if you guys were gonna ask. But yeah, we're gonna do that here shortly too. I also think I made up my mind audio wise on this thing, because up there I have those subs. Those have kind of made it with me through every vehicle I've almost owned. I never put them in the truck though. They're 2 JL Audio 10W3s, and I think I'm gonna order the rest of the JL Audio speakers for this, amp the speakers, amp that, and call it a day. But I'm gonna take those subs and probably put it in the back of this, unless I can find a whole kind of setup with all matching speakers too. So like I said, right now my plan is to use those JL subs and the rest of the JL speakers in here. But if I could find a whole like company brand, like Sony or you know, something along those lines, where I have the speakers and the subs to match and possibly the amps to match. I'm just trying to decide if that's the route I want to go on this. So I did see a comment pop up that asked me if I got any further on the radio situation. No, I really didn't. It's still chilling here. I really want to, now that more time has passed since I tried this, I want to see if the stuff is available. But if it's not, I'm not worried about it. The screen's still rather big. Honestly, not worried about it at all. Keep this like this, because like I said, here's one set of speakers, and if I'm going to run wires and stuff all the way down here, do that, the subs down there, just because if I'm going to do that, I'm going to leave the dash off. And if we do something custom in here, which I'm really thinking about doing, leather wise, if we do that, it's not going to be this color. But if we do that, the dash plastics won't match, so I will paint those too. So that's kind of where we're at. I know it's been a long, drawn out process on this thing. Really has. Door panels too. This gray is gonna have to go, and then this, I'll probably rewrap this in some new leather if we do a leather kit in here too. Like I said, it's been a long, drawn out process just to get to this point. As I said, there's just been a lot going on, but now we're at the point where this thing can actually, once it gets painted, it's the simple stuff like the lift kit, the rock lights, all that stuff. That's the easy work. I guess buckle up, because it's I guess it's all finally about to get started. So if you guys enjoyed this video, shoot a thumbs up. If you haven't been here before, please get on there, click subscribe, drop me a comment if you haven't already. Shoot me some paint options. If I don't, it's right there. I already sprayed a test panel. Take some of your options into consideration. But yeah guys, take care, and I will see you guys in the next one.